Howdy, travelers! Welcome to Travel Tips and Tricks, your go-to guide for all things travel. We're here to dish out insider tips, unexpected travel hacks, and personal anecdotes from seasoned globetrotters. Not just useful, they're entertaining and engaging too. So buckle up and join us as we count down the top 10 airport tips and tricks you need to know. At number 10, we have Pack Smart. Now, we've all seen that person at the airport, haven't we? The one struggling with an oversized suitcase that's bursting at the seams, looking like they've packed everything but the kitchen sink. It's a funny sight, sure, but it's also a lesson in what not to do. Packing smart is all about traveling light and compact. It's about asking yourself, do I really need to bring 6 pairs of shoes for a 3-day trip? Spoiler alert, the answer is always no. By packing only the essentials, you save yourself from unnecessary baggage hassles. You also avoid those dreaded extra luggage fees. And honestly, who needs the extra stress of lugging around an overweight suitcase? So the next time you're packing for a trip, remember, less is more. Be ruthless with your packing choices, and your future self will thank you. Remember, folks, the lighter the luggage, the lighter the stress. Coming in at number 9, know your airport. Now this is a biggie. An airport isn't just a place where planes take off and land. It's a labyrinth of terminals, lounges, and shops, all designed to make you lose your bearings. So before you even pack your bags, take a moment to get familiar with your airport's layout. Trust me, it'll save you from a lot of panicked running. Consider the tale of Bob. He arrived at one of the world's largest airports thinking he could wing it. Long story short, Bob ended up mistaking a duty-free shop for his gate and almost missed his flight. Don't be like Bob. Knowing your airport is like having a map in a jungle. It'll save you time, stress, and maybe even a few extra steps, which we all know can be a godsend when you're lugging around heavy baggage. So before you fly, do a little scouting online. It's better than wandering around like a lost puppy in the airport. Tip number 8, folks, dress comfortably. Now don't get me wrong, I'm all for rocking a killer outfit, but the airport is not the place for your new high heels or those tight jeans that take 20 minutes to squeeze into. Seriously, imagine trying to run to your gate in heels, or worse, getting stuck in a yoga pose during a security check because your jeans won't cooperate. Not a pretty picture, right? Instead, opt for comfort over style. Think loose-fitting clothes, breathable fabrics, and shoes you can slip on and off easily. You're going to be walking, waiting, sitting, maybe even sleeping. You want to be prepared for all that. And remember, the airport security will thank you for not wearing a belt, jewelry, or anything that could set off the metal detector. Trust me, it's no fun being the person holding up the line because your fashion choices are more metal than a heavy rock band. So leave the fashion show for your destination, not the journey. Number 7 on our list is carry snacks. Now don't get me wrong, there's something nostalgic about those little packets of airline peanuts. But when you're 6 hours into a 10-hour flight and your stomach starts to sound like a disgruntled grizzly bear, peanuts just aren't gonna cut it. Carrying your own snacks is a lifesaver, especially on long-haul flights or during extended layovers. It gives you control over what and when you eat. Plus, you can cater to your own dietary needs and preferences. And let's be honest, we've all heard the horror stories about some of that infamous airline food. I mean, what even is chicken a la king? Sounds like a royal mess to me. So be smart. Pack some granola bars, a bag of mixed nuts, or even a nice piece of fruit. You'll thank yourself later. After all, who wants to be stuck with nothing but airline peanuts on a 10-hour flight? Tip number 6, stay hydrated. Now folks, this one's a biggie. You see, when we're soaring through the skies, the air up there is drier than a summer in the Sahara. This can lead to dehydration, which in turn can cause fatigue, dry skin, and even intensify that dreaded jet lag. So it's crucial to keep sipping on that good old H2O. But hold on, I see that mischievous twinkle in your eyes. No, hydration does not mean knocking back those tempting airport bar cocktails. Nice try, y'all. While those mini bottles of booze might seem like a fun way to start your vacation, they'll only dehydrate you further. So let's stick to water, shall we? It's simple, really. The more hydrated you are, the better you'll feel when you touch down in your destination. So keep that water bottle handy and sip, sip, sip away. Remember, water is your best friend in the sky, not the mini bottles of booze. Halfway through at number 5, we have charge up. Now, this may seem like a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised how many folks overlook this simple task. Before you even step out the door, make sure all your devices, from your phone to your tablet to your e-reader, are fully charged. And don't forget about those portable chargers. They're a lifesaver, especially when you're on a long-haul flight or stuck in a layover. Trust me, the last thing you want is your device conking out mid-flight. No one wants to be left staring at the back of a seat for hours, right? Now here's a little something to tickle your funny bone. Ever noticed how airport charging stations are like watering holes in the wild? The moment one frees up, there's a mad scramble to claim it. So be a smart traveler and carry your own power source. So juice up your gadgets, or you might end up in the low battery anxiety club. In fourth place, we have used travel apps. Now, I'm not just talking about the ones for booking your flights and hotels. There's a whole world of apps out there designed to make your travels smoother. From real-time flight updates and airport navigation to language translation and local guides, these handy tools have got you covered. I mean, imagine you're at a bustling airport in a foreign country. Do you really want to be that person unfolding a giant paper map like it's some sort of treasure hunt? I didn't think so. And let's not forget about entertainment. Long layovers and delayed flights are a breeze when you've got your favorite books, movies, and games right at your fingertips. Just remember to pack those headphones, unless you want to share your taste in music with the entire terminal. So embrace the tech, folks. It's 2024, not 1824. Bronze medal tip number 3 is check in online. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, let's think about the last time you were stuck in a line at the check-in counter. Remember how you watched the clock tick away, minutes turning into hours, while a little piece of your vacation spirit died with every tick? Yeah, not the best way to start your adventure, is it? Now, imagine a world where you can bypass that ever-growing snake of a line and saunter right to the security check. That's the beauty of online check-in, my friends. Not only does it save you time, but it also lets you pick your seat. So you're not stuck in the middle seat between a snorer and a chatterbox. And here's a little fun fact. Those long check-in lines, they're like a conga line, but without the music or the fun. So save your time for exploring, not queuing. Our runner-up tip number 2 is keep important documents handy. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised at how often this simple tip gets overlooked. Now imagine this. You're in the bustling, ever-moving whirlwind that is the airport, and boom, your boarding pass is playing hide-and-seek in your oversized backpack. Or better yet, your passport decides to go on an adventure of its own in the labyrinth of your luggage. Sends chills down your spine, doesn't it? So here's a tip as old as travel itself. Keep your important documents within arm's reach. Be it your passport, boarding pass, or that precious duty-free voucher, make sure they're easily accessible. You might want to invest in a travel wallet or document organizer. They're not just fashionable, but they're also your saviors in disguise. Remember, your passport is your lifeline. Treat it like one. And the top spot, our number 1 tip, is be early. Now, I know what you're thinking, all that extra time just sitting around, but trust me, it's worth it. You see, airports can be unpredictable. You might breeze through security one day, and the next, you're stuck in a line longer than the Great Wall of China. And if you're early, you can take it all in stride, no sweat. Plus, you have time to grab a coffee, do some duty-free shopping, or even catch up on that book you've been meaning to read. Now, we've all seen those sprinters, right? The ones dashing through the terminal, bags flapping, shoes flying off as they race against time. It's like an Olympic event, but without the glory. And let's be honest, it looks exhausting. So folks, the early bird not only catches the worm, but also the flight. Well, there you have it, folks. Our top 10 airport tips and tricks to make your travel a breeze. From smart packing to being early, we've got you covered. Remember, your journey begins when you zip that suitcase. So hit that like button, subscribe, and share the love. Don't forget to share your own travel tips and tricks in the comments below. Until next time, happy travels.